So like the brother was saying, that he just read in Luke, how he got time to grab a drink, how they all getting married and don't nobody know the Lord. It's the same thing over here in Matthew. It's Matthew 24 and 38. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark. And they knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. So it's the same thing. They got time for everything else to do their wickedness and everything, and get comfortable here in America. They say put on our rest. Don't get comfortable here. Don't get content with this bullshit.
Look at this. They don't know that the sun is good for their skin. The sun that calcifies the
purest form of vitamin D.
Vitamin D. But they market it. Well, they got sunscreen shades on. Shades was made for Esau because it would burn their ass up and sunscreen. Yeah, sunscreen too. So Esau made both shades and sunscreen. They don't know that the sun is actually good for it. But it's like Matthew 25 and 14. Yeah.
This Matthew 25 and 14.
Going down to 16.
For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country.
Okay,
For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country, who called his own servant and delivered unto them his goods. And unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, to every man according to his several abilities, and straightway took his journey.
So the Lord, I'm gonna let you keep going. The Lord basically, he used different men as tools, and some people could really live more just because they might have what they call the gift of gab. Some people could just lure in people by just smooth talking. Now, I'm not saying it's deceitful smooth talking, but if they have the elect and they don't put words together, then they might be able to bring in really more people. But somebody like, say for example, Moses, who had speech problems, I mean, yeah, they know the word and they can wake up a few, but that's why he said he gave a few talents to what they can, what do you say, to what they can,
and until he gave 5 talents to another 2, and to another 1, to every man according to his several abilities, and straightway took his journey.
So we give different amounts of talents to different people according to their ability. He knows your heart. He knows what you're capable of. Keep going.
Then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same, and made them other 5 talents.
So just like Jake do now on the wicked side, on the left hand side, he could take $10 and make 20 out of it somehow, some way. And that's basically what he did with the talents of gold. The Lord is trying their spirits. Keep going.
And likewise he that had received 2, he also bring other 2.
Keep going.
But he that had received 1 went and digged in the earth and hid his Lord's money.
So that just coincides to those who get a small talent or a small amount, and they feel as if, oh, I'm gonna save this. I ain't gonna do the Lord's work. The Lord could have doubled that and gave him double portions. You know what I'm saying? But he took that 1 talent, hid it in the earth, and said, I ain't gonna use that. I'm gonna save it for a rainy day or something like that. So that kind of coincides with what I was just saying. I asked, like, he might give us many talents according to our ability. He knows our heart. But somebody else, like the other brother who was still in the world, I asked him if he had 30 seconds to hear the word. No, he going to work. We looking right here. You less than what, 20, 30 feet away. You're going to get some damn liquor, bro. You ain't going to work. You're going to get a bottle, bro. Like niggas, they ain't got time for the word, and the Lord ain't got time for you.
But those talents, though, that's also like how we learned, and we kept learning. Then we actually came out and started doing the works and stuff, bringing in fruit. Well, you have some people who learn, and then they know they Israel, but they're not keeping laws. They're not doing the works. They're not trying to get further into the truth. They just content with being where they at. It's the same thing.
And they're not out in the elements. They sitting behind their phone screen, their computer screens. They might learn, but they're not waking up as many people as they need to.
Just like
in the streets.
Just like he was saying about the dude, how they walk past us all day and they just don't have time. They don't want to hear it. This is Ezekiel chapter 2, starting at verse 3. And he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that have rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even unto this very day. For they are imprudent children and stiff-hearted. I do send thee unto them. And thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith the Lord God. And they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that they have not slacked, yet shall know that there have been a prophet among them. Thou son of man, be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of their words.
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. Can I speak to you right quick? Alright. She kind of looked like, because her hair long, you know, how you gotta do it. She got hair down to her knees, bro. So I'm like, she feel like she might be an Israelite. I was just curious to know as far as nationality go. That's why I had to ask, because she could have been like an Indian, but I wasn't 100% sure who she was. I just don't, you don't see that too often, people with hair down on their knees and shit.
It says, And thou son of man, be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of their words. Though bears and thorns be with thee, and thou doest well amongst scorpions, be not afraid of their words, nor be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. So he sent us to the people that won't listen. He said they stiff-hearted and they hard-headed. Hard-hearted, meaning they hard-headed. They just won't listen. They won't get this through their mind. That's what I'm saying. It's the same thing. And it says, And thou shalt speak my words unto them, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are most rebellious. So we out here trying to talk to the most rebellious niggas ever, and trying to get them to understand this. And it's like talking to a brick wall most of the time. Like, we ain't out here for everybody anyway. We're out here for the elect, 144,000. When they hear this, they gonna understand it, and they gonna want more. So if you don't want this, it's not for you. Also, I'm gonna get in Romans 9. Matter of fact, Romans 11. And Romans 11 and 8. According as it is written, God hath given them the spirit of slumber. You know, slumber means sleep, so they sleep. Eyes that they should see, and ears that they should not hear. It's like eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear. Until this day. And David said, Let their table be made a snare, and a trap, and a stumbling block, and a recompense unto them. Let their eyes be darkened, that they may not see, and bow down their back always. So it was set up that they couldn't understand this just because they was hard-headed.
Well, before life even began, the Lord got your spirit set into it, so he already knows who's going to listen and who's not.
Right. You know, it's the same. Nothing new under the sun. It's the same spirits, the same wickedness going on. But guess what? When the Lord brings destruction on this place, they gonna be calling for the Lord, and he ain't gonna hear you. When the time of your calamity come, he gonna laugh. He gonna get a kick out of that because you wouldn't listen.
Jeremiah 50:6. My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherd have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from the mountain to hills. They have forgotten their resting place. That's all.
That's why he said. That's why he said the sheep. You know, it's his crib. And what did he say? The ox. He said something about the ox. I'm trying to remember what scripture it is. He said even the sheep, even the animals know who their master is. But he said Israel don't know. They've not even considered. So they don't know they God. They don't even consider that they're the real Israelites or the real Jews. Everybody else knows who they are, but our people don't know. And they don't want to know. That's the sad part. They know everything else.
What's going on?
got a minute for the word?
You ready? Really?
You got 30 seconds to tell us that.
To the liquor
That's the
store,
same
man.
shit back to back. They don't have time for the word, they late for work. That's why I'm saying in the liquor store.
Salakia, you're right. Isaiah 1 and 3 what you was talking about. But that shit crazy, man. They ain't got, no, I'm running late to go get drunk. It's still that late, man. You can't wait till the sun go down or something. You're gonna be walking out here stumbling and fumbling and shit in front of the people, man, looking crazy.
And this is the scripture that I was bringing out. This is Isaiah chapter 1, verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, the ass his master's crib. But Israel doeth not know. My people doeth not consider. The sinful nation, the people laden with iniquity, the seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel into anger. They are going away backward.
So yes, they going away backwards. They see the whole thing. Our name, like our whole essence, supposed to be Kwam Yasha Allah. I mean, arise, the Prince of the Power, man. That's our whole thing we supposed to do.
So you're supposed to be coming back to this thing, and instead of coming back, they going further, pushing further and further away. Getting deeper and deeper into the ditch.
And they compile sin upon sin, but don't reach the heavens.
That's why y'all gotta repent and go back to the Lord, to the law. He set a foundation for themselves, man.
That's the whole thing right now. You're supposed to repent, turning from your sins, making that shit cease.
Okay, we know this not gonna be an overnight process, but just slow down. Like that was a big thing, and for me personally, man. I was sinning, you know. I couldn't do it. Of course, I couldn't just do it overnight, but through the process, man, I got rid of sin. I got rid of certain sins that I just knew I had to stop. I slowed down. I pressed on my brakes, man. I'm speaking real talk with people, man. I'm not gonna be up here and act like I'm some holy dude. Like I'm just the most. Look, what I'm telling y'all gotta slow down and ultimately stop. Ultimately, straight up, don't do it. We had that fear, but you gotta, okay, you see that you're doing something wrong, be like, all right, you know what, tomorrow, I ain't gonna do that. And when that's that, and then soon you will stop, man. So, because our whole name is an Ominomi. And Ominomi is basically it's just.
Meaning your name comes from before you're born. Meaning your name has a meaning for what you're going to do in your future, or how you're going to be used in your future.
So that's what our name, he named us Ominomi. Like, he gave all Israel, all men, that name.
That's how your Hebrew name is supposed to be. Back then, they were given that birth. But now, us coming back into the truth now in Babylon, we kind of have to go with our own names until we receive a new name. And if y'all want, y'all can tell them what y'all Hebrew names
Yeah, he's still waiting. That's spiritual.
Take those connectors and make you a name.
No, but
I know the Lord gonna do this one too.
I was saying to him how, you probably got your name. It happened through experience.
Right.
You can't just make one because he's just really started to put his foot on the plow, put his hand on the plow. So whatever your experience is gonna be through, that was it just gonna hit you. It's like, So it's no rush right now. But mine's calm just through the spirit because it means to rise, and through spirit, man, I've been down. I was down in this truth, man.
And that's still being humble. That's not being proud or trying to push yourself up to be nothing.
I'm still rising. I'm still right here. I'm still trying to get right here, man. I'm still trying to rise, man. So,
that's beautiful too. I've been thinking about it, but I didn't want to come up with nothing too fast. You can say Malak or something, which would be king or something, and I didn't want to do all that extra because I ain't no king. This is like I'm on earth. So it might come to me eventually where I might see something that I think I did as a matter of fact, but it's slipped my mind.
Hey,
So I'm just let it slide and wait till it come back to me.
Hey man, since the spirit is on the name, get Genesis 32 and 22.
32 and 22.
Yeah. Because I'm gonna give y'all an account about how the name Jacob, his name got changed anyway. Since we on that spirit.
And speaking of, you said 32.
It's 32 and 22.
I got it right here. But I'm about to say, before I bring this out though, people, they feel as if Israelis, because keep that in mind, those are two different people, two different nations of people, Israelites and Israelis. They feel as if we care about what they doing to the country of Israel. But they don't know that Israel was a person or a people before it was a place. So the Lord don't have that cleaned up. So all what's going on right now over there and all the wickedness that they dwelling in, man, that ain't nothing. And we don't care about that as of right now. We're gonna wait till the time comes. But this is Genesis 32 and 22. It says, and he rose up that night and took his 2 wives and his 2 women servants and his 11 sons and passed over the ford Jabbok, and he took them and sent them over the brook and sent over that he had.
Okay, hold on. This is just an account of Jacob when he was leaving, and this is an account about how he wrestled with the angel. I'm gonna tell you who that angel really was.
Keep going. This is verse 24. And Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day. And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh, and the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint.
All right, hold on. See, I understand this at first, but Jacob knew that wasn't no regular dude who was wrestling. That's why he wrestled with he hold it, but it was, like everything is spiritual. That wrestle was keep going.
There you go. It says, as he wrestled with him, verse 26, and he said, let me go, for the day breaketh. And he said, I will not let thee go, except thou bless me.
Yeah, right. Because he was wrestling with him, man. He was holding on tight to this dude. He like, man, I ain't letting you go, because he knew it was something hollow about this dude. Like, this not no regular dude you come across with. He knew it was something spiritual about him. And that's why he held it on tight. That's symbolic to what we doing in this truth. We really wrestling. We got to hold on tight. We really wrestling we wrestle with this truth. You can say that. And you 2/3 niggas is wrestling with this truth too. But y'all ain't holding on. But Jacob gonna hold on. Like the elect is gonna hold on to this truth. Because we know that this truth is something different about it. Something hollow about this. So, it was all symbolic. Like, this was just a symbolic story.
Keep going. It says, and he said unto him, what is thy name?
Right.
And he said, Jacob.
Jacob, because that's why I told his brother, your name gonna come through your experience. So his name, they said, we just know the name Jacob. Well, watch this, keep going.
Which means just a plant.
It means what?
To the plant.
It's a plant.
It's a plant. All right. And he says, and he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel. For as a prince hast thou power with the Most High and with men, and hast prevailed.
Because he seen that they was all symbolic. First, he was wrathful. He showed power. He showed strength. He showed that he wanted that blessing, man. He fought for that blessing. So that was the prince of the power we doing now. That's why his name got changed in the first place. But that's symbolic of us going to slavery, us getting redeemed, and us right now prophesizing. We gotta really wrestle. And that's it. I just wanted to just his brothers they know. And that wasn't no angel. That was Yahweh Shai he was wrestling with, if you believe it or not. Because only Yahweh Shai had that type of authority to give someone that type of power. Right. Angels don't have that type of authority to give someone that power. I think that's it. Keep going.
No, it says, and Jacob asked him and said, tell me, I pray thee, thy name. And he said, wherefore is it that thou doest ask after my name? And he blessed him there. And Jacob called the name of the place Peniel. For I have seen the Most High face to face, and my life is preserved.
That's yeah. So yeah, man. You know? So that's how names is given. It's through your experience and through your effort. And that's how your blessings is given.
You got a minute for the Lord? Huh? You got a minute for the Lord? Yeah.
Alright. You can step up. Alright. But yeah, Lord Martin. But yeah, that's why I'm saying I don't talk to these starters. They ain't wrestling. I mean, look, man, what we at the phase I'm in, these two brothers be trying to get. Look, bro, hey yo, spirit word, brother gonna walk up. I talk to him, man. I ain't wrestling. I'm not wrestling with these two dark niggas. I'm wrestling, trying to get them to hold on to the truth. Fuck all that, you know. Nigga look like a fag anyway. Why you trying to talk to a faggot, man? You know.